16 fucking matches. WrestleMania 35 is going to be 16 matches long.
Support No DQ.
This is predictions for WrestleMania 35. We are No DQ's NXTeam. I am the Rated R reviewer, Stefan Osborne, joined as always by the General Jerry Slaughter.
Good evening, wrestling fans.
And tonight we've got the Simple Man, Noah Foster, rounding out the predictions for No DQ. How you doing, Noah?
Doing very well, gentlemen. We have a long road ahead of us, so let's get started.
Absolutely. We're not going to beat around the bush, and we're not going to linger anywhere. This is going to be a very abrupt show. We're going to keep this under an hour, somehow, some way. Let's start with the men's battle royal, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. A lot of people in it, including Braun Strowman with, Colin Jost and, who's the other
Pharaoh?
guy? Yeah.
Michael Che.
Michael Che.
I get, yeah.
That's going to be retarded.
Yeah.
The whole bit of that story is going to be retarded in that ring. But I think Braun Strowman's winning. And we are going to do, as they're doing on the A team.
Yeah, the elite team.
The elite team of No DQ, primary and secondary picks. So our first pick will garner us 2 points if they win. Our second pick will garner us 1 point if they win. I'm going with Braun as my primary. And honestly, I don't know who my secondary is going to be because I really don't think anybody else is going to win other than Braun. What do you think, Noah?
So I was going through the list of participants, and as you know, there usually is a surprise or two. No idea who the surprise is going to be. I'm going to keep it simple. Braun Strowman, he's got to be the favorite to win. Biggest guy in the ring. He already did a comedy spot freaking last year. Probably going to do a comedy spot again with the SNL guys. Braun Strowman is my primary. As far as secondary, personal, bias pick, give me a hallelujah. Hope he turns heel. The glorious Bobby Roode.
That's a good pick, too.
That is a good pick. What about you, Jerry?
Well, both of mine are NXT call-ups. You know he's in hot water with this man seemingly and just rubbing people the wrong way. EC3 is my number one pick for that match.
Wow, okay.
And then my number two, I know he's not listed. I'm not giving a shit because this whole thing is like inconsequential. There's really no factor, no gain.
Is your secondary going to be my secondary? Because I just wrote down
Lars
Sullivan.
Lars Sullivan. If anybody's going to get unleashed at this point, it's going to be him. That way, if he has another freak out and has to disappear from WWE television, who cares? He won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Yeah, nobody cares about that. So speaking of Battle Royals, let's move on to the WrestleMania Women's blah, blah, blah,
the whatever. Andrea Battle Royal.
The Andrea Battle Royal. So,
Right.
A lot of chicks in this. Why don't we let Jerry go first?
Oh, okay. Well, my pick would be Nikki Cross for my primary. Because we're really not doing anything with her, and she's wild enough that she can just start wilding out and just throwing people off over the top rope, and that'd be awesome. And Sonya Deville.
All right. What about you, Noah?
Way less women than last year. I feel like Asuka's got to be your prime favorite to win here, considering she won the Royal Rumble last year. And hell, give her something even if it doesn't mean shit. And as far as secondary, I'm just picking out the area. I'm going with Carmella.
That is a bold prediction, sir.
That's a Jerry prediction.
That is a Jerry prediction.
How many fucks I give about this?
I think.
I was about to say the fucks are really low on that one.
I think each one of you are about half right. I think I would put Asuka as primary and Sonya Deville as secondary. I believe they're itching to do something big with Sonya Deville, and this would be a good place to start. Even if she only reaches the top of the mid card, if you're going to do something with her, start now. Because who cares? Otherwise, who gives a fuck who wins either of these battle royals, but especially this one? They haven't talked about this one at all on TV. Nope. Only on WWE.com and social media. That's it.
Next match.
Yep.
Next match. Let's go with the possible. So we said it's 16 matches, but right now technically it's 15 unless this match gets added. We've been told there's a possibility that the Raw Tag Team titles might be on the line. The Revival versus Hawkins and Ryder.
Yeah.
Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. And this might be where Kurt Hawkins gets his WrestleMania, or finally breaks his losing streak at WrestleMania. That would be awesome, I think. And for that, I am going to say Hawkins and Ryder.
What about you, Simple Man?
He's 269. Everything must die eventually, even streaks. Give me a moment. I'm calling for Ryder and Hawkins becoming new champs.
Jerry?
When they win this match, they're going to call it an upset. And you know how frustrating that is to me, because Hawkins and Ryder have been around for an extremely long time. And the fact that Ryder actually won the Intercontinental belt in a ladder match at WrestleMania, granted he lost it the next night to Miz. I think it's his time to shine again. I think it's also going to give a rub to Hawkins for them to be winning this. And the Revival, oh well, sucks to be them.
So the other men's tag team titles, the SmackDown championships, are going to be on the line in a fatal four-way. So we've got the Usos, the reigning champions, Jimmy and Jay. And by the way, you can tell the difference because Jay has got a big cross tattooed on his right arm. And I always just associate the cross with a lowercase j. Because if you just added the little, the loop for the J, then...
You're telling me not to drag on.
I'm just saying. Just saying, every chance I get...
observation, though, considering they're twins. I approve it.
Most people can't tell the difference. And I'm like, in those big arm tattoos they have, J has got the cross. And you can just, right there, J. It's a J. It's a J without the bottom.
Okay, cool.
So, you've got the Usos defending against Aleister Black and Ricochet. Who are the other
The Bar.
The Bar, Cesaro and Sheamus.
Yep.
And
Rusev and Nakamura.
So Rusev and Nakamura are out. There's no way they're winning. Honestly, I don't see anything happening but the Usos retaining here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to fucking try it again with Black and Ricochet. I'm going to say Aleister Black and Ricochet win this. What about you, Jerry?
Well, I initially had the Usos circled, but I'm going to go a little bolder myself. I'm going to go with the Bar.
You think the Bar is... Oh, awesome. All right.
To even add more fuel to the fire, it wouldn't shock me if they actually pin either Nakamura or Rusev for the belt.
Oh, I'm sure Nakamura or Rusev is getting the pin. What about you, Noah?
There's a reason Nakamura and Rusev are in the match. They're going to eat the fall. Consider this. Ricochet and Aleister Black in the spin-off 1 week, they would have been going after each brand's tag team titles. They lost on Raw. We're pretty sure we know the prediction on Saturday. Are you going to have them lose all three?
You mean on Friday?
No. Ricochet and Aleister Black are my pick to win, despite the fact the Usos are champs.
Nice.
So, let's get away from the titles for a moment. Let's talk about AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. Noah, who you got?
I love this match. I love the build, but I'm thinking about who can benefit more after this. I'm going with AJ Styles for the win, especially after we've already seen the cool RKO spot you would hope to see at WrestleMania. AJ Styles for the win.
At some point, a heel has got to take the victory here. At some point, we've got to not get the WrestleMania, feel-good moment. I say this is where the heel wins. Orton takes it somehow. Because we've seen AJ lose at Mania. Mm-hmm. It doesn't affect his momentum at all.
He's forever phenomenal. Doesn't even matter.
I think he's going to slowly wind down his career now that he's gotten 2 opportunities to hold the WWE Championship. One of which being, was it a record-breaking or a near record-breaking? I think it was near record-breaking.
It was near.
Well, he broke several of them on the way up. I think he just ended up stopping at 9? Or maybe it was just outside the 10. Did he stop at 11? He's up there somewhere. Anyway, so Jerry's getting impatient with me.
Well, I'm not getting impatient.
Let's hear your pick.
My hands just got this nervous twitch from work at this point. I'm going with Orton as well. Basically, we've already seen the cool RKO spot, but chances are he's Randy Keith Orton. He's going to pull off a crazy one anyway.
So maybe I won't get a point off of this. What about you, Noah?
Ass.
I'm sorry, what?
Do you disagree? Do you think AJ's going to pull this out, or do you agree with us that Orton's going to get the heel win?
I think AJ's going to pull this out because we've already seen these 2 men face each other one-on-one on SmackDown Live. AJ already pulled off the fake-out spot to Randy's RKO setup. but this time in the build, Randy put off the RKO. And honestly, I don't see this feud ending. I just see this pissing off Orton more because I like these two, what they've given us. But I'm going with AJ for the win.
So Triple H's career versus Blue Tista. And somebody, I think Jerry suggested that Triple H should come out dressed as Conan the Destroyer, and Batista should come out in his Drax getup. And I'm like, there is no way he's going to sit in a chair for like 6 hours getting that makeup put on him just to have 90% of it rubbed off by the end of the match.
He's going to be like waiting 6 hours to even do the match anyway.
It's like old school watching Sting in a really long match, and by the end of it, the face paint's almost completely gone, and you're just like, oh, there goes the mystique.
Yeah.
So, I do not think that Triple H is going to lose this match. There's no way his career is over. No, we've got a Saudi show coming up. Actually, we probably have 2 this year. So, I'm going with Triple H. What about you, Noah?
Fuck Saudi Arabia because it probably cost us Evolution this year. As long as Triple H wants to do a friggin' big over-the-top entrance and Vince knows he can use him to fill a spot, Triple H is not going to stop wrestling. Triple H is winning.
What about you, Jerry?
Batista.
Nice.
Okay.
Nobody ever retires. Nobody ever really stops. Batista's going to go away again, and Triple H is going to wrestle again. Simple as that.
Nice. Way to steal Noah's catchphrase there. So let's go next with the United States Championship. It is being held by Samoa Joe defending against Rey Mysterio. There are reports that Mysterio might be injured coming off the match on, I believe it was SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was Raw. It was the main event against Baron Corbin.
That's right.
And he landed wrong. There was a significant portion of this match where he was playing on a leg injury. But if you watched him wrestle the rest of the match, that was kayfabe. They were just killing time. They were killing a lot of fucking time. But when he finally started moving, he wasn't moving with a limp, and he has to run fast to do his moves. And so you can tell, I think he's fine. We're going to see this match. And I see Samoa Joe retaining.
It's like long and short of it, he's still going to lose.
Yeah. If not for the possibility that he might actually be injured. You know, you don't want to put the title on him if his leg's that fucked up.
Yeah.
What about you, Jerry?
I like watching Samoa Joe swing around anybody, and he's going to do the same thing to Mysterio, so Samoa Joe's going to retain.
And Noah?
Let's see. Last time Ray won freaking title was WrestleMania 25, like 17 damn seconds. Absolutely pointless.
JBL, I remember that one because JBL quit right after.
Yeah, whether or not he's truly injured or not, we also got to consider his son Dominic's going to be in the front row. I'm sure that's going to play in the finish. Samoa Joe is going to retain, and this feud will continue.
He's 2 feet taller than his dad.
So coming off of that, let's talk about the Intercontinental Championship. We've got Bobby Lashley probably with Lio Rush in his corner, defending against not just Finn Balor, Demon Balor, and what a funny promo, man. Just oh my god, I was laughing so hard. I was like, it could have been so much better. And it was just, why did somebody decide that he needed to stick his tongue out? Because he didn't do it right.
Yeah.
Taker does it right. Yeah. He does not. Jerry, why don't you go first?
If Demon Balor doesn't win this match, he's going to go down in history as like worse than the Boogeyman at this point. So he needs to go ahead and just win this match, win the IC belt.
All right, Noah.
Demon Balor, simple as that. Nothing more needs to be said.
I am in agreement here. I don't think Demon loses. So here we go. Next up, and I saved this for more than midway.
Yes.
More than midway through this, just for you, Noah.
Yes, we did this for you, Noah.
I pissed you off enough. We should have started the show with this. That would have been great, but that's fine. Cruiserweight Championship. Buddy Murphy defending against Tony Nese. I've got Buddy Murphy to retain. Noah?
I went in thorough, deep, analytical detail with the lovely Cindy G. Shout out to you, Indie Queen. And I predict that we're finally going to break the mold, see something special, get a moment. It's in his hometown. Something different needs to happen. Two fellow matches does not belong on a fucking kickoff show. Tony Nese becomes your new Cruiserweight champion.
Jerry?
All right, I'm all for, I'll say this right now. It'll be about 30 seconds spiel.
Go ahead.
Okay. I do thoroughly believe that a cruiserweight match would be cool for the pre-show, but not a cruiserweight title match. It's something that gets the crowd pumped up and everything. If it's going to be like a title change or something, it shouldn't be while people are still getting fucking seated in the arena. Like, if any, that just kind of kills Tony Nese's moment, I think. If anything, I see Buddy Murphy keeping because of that, because, like, if it was on the main card, awesome. Tony Nese wins the belt from his hometown, awesome. But if it's, like, when people are still buying nachos and t-shirts for the show, I just don't see Tony Nese pulling it off.
All right, before I argue against that here, what's your pick?
Oh, Murphy retains.
Murphy retains. Okay.
All right.
Something has to go on the pre-show. The pre-show is 2 goddamn hours long.
Yeah.
Something's got to go on there because otherwise we're going to be watching the show until 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Eastern fucking time. What do you put on the pre-show? Okay, start with this. The show that nobody watches. And I'm sorry, Noah. It's like our show on No DQ.
Yes.
The A-Team shows get 2,000-3,000 views easy. Our shows are doing good at 200, great at 3.
We feel like Barbara fucking Walters really hit that 150 mark.
So I'm not just saying this like putting them down. I am in the same boat. If there was a No DQ pre-show, we would fucking be on it.
Mm-hmm.
And the cruiserweights deserve to be on it because they are on a completely separate show. This is not Raw. This is not SmackDown. This is 205 Live. And the numbers speak for themselves. The viewership... But here's the thing. The viewership for 205 Live is still better than pre-show viewership, kickoff show viewership. So what do? You take a dedicated crowd that gets pissed off when 205 Live gets put on the pre-show, but they're still going to watch because it's 205 Live. And you get the numbers for the pre-show up with this dedicated crowd. Because even the Battle Royals aren't going to get the numbers up from the Raw and the SmackDown crowd. They're just not that dedicated. But 205 Live guys are.
Absolutely.
So it makes sense both ways, both in the way that pisses you off and the way that it's like, yeah, okay, you're actually improving the numbers even though you're putting it on the pre-show. Something's got to go on the pre-show.
Just kill the pre-show, in my opinion, and eliminate some of these matches. Pre-show sometimes, to me, is just unnecessary.
My theory is don't call it the pre-show.
Should just make it part of the main.
Call it
itself.
the free show. Put the first hour of WrestleMania on all social media platforms. Put the second hour of WrestleMania on USA.
Yep.
And put the rest of it on the network. Okay? Just don't call it the pre-show. Call it the free show.
Yeah.
Whatever. Call it something else.
Dynamic business, right?
It'd be like a completely different event, if anything. That actually makes
Or
it a little
just
better.
call it WrestleMania.
I was about to say, if you look at it that way, and they did put the Battle Royals first, that would theoretically be the main event for the free show, would be the Cruiserweight title match.
You're going to piss off somebody by putting their favorite wrestler on the pre-show. You're going to piss off less people by putting an entire Cruiserweight division on the pre-show.
Yeah, Hawkins, we're going to win.
That's all I'm saying. And we have gone way off topic and way over time on that.
All right,
match.
let's get back to the show. I appreciate your stance.
Okay. I'm just saying, Noah, I know it offends you and it offends me too, but at the same time, it still makes sense to me on many levels.
It's one of those things you want to be pissed off about, but you can't, but you still can be.
So, the Women's Tag Team Championships.
Moving on. Next match.
We've got a fatal four-way for the Women's Tag Team titles. We've got Bayley and Sasha Banks defending against Nia Jax and Tamina.
The Iconics.
The Iconics, that's Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. And then you've got
Beth Phoenix
and Natalya. Thank you, Jerry. I was going to get it, I swear.
I know, you've been spilling out a lot, though, and I figured I'd help out.
So, Noah, who you got?
These tag titles still don't truly mean that lot to me. I still think they're undervalued. Nia Jax, Tamina, Blood, Beth Phoenix, Natalya, Spot Fest. We'll probably see a edge-like spear from Beth Phoenix. There's only one real legitimate tag team in this match, and in my opinion, they should become champs. My pick is the Iconics, and I'm sticking with that.
Jerry?
Boston Hug retain.
I agree.
They're so gung ho about like going against these NXT teams and like pretty much challenging anywhere, and they really haven't really done anything like that yet. So I think it's a matter of time before the Iconics actually win the belts, just not here at WrestleMania.
I think it's early in the title's lineage. They just won them, and I don't think you do what you did to Rhea Ripley and give her a couple of months and then rip the title out of her hands. No, you want to build the credibility of these titles, and at the end of the Mania to have the three phases out of the four horsewomen of WWE, all with titles, where Becky Lynch has got fucking both of them, both of the women's championships. That's a brilliant moment. I'm going Boston Hug Connection, Bayley, and Sasha Banks.
All right.
Next, let's talk about the returning match, one-on-one, singles match of Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. Blood feud here, sort of-ish.
Poor choice of words. Oh my god. Oh.
White blood, to be specific.
God. Oh. That's so horrible. I wish I had come up with it. We've lost Noah.
I was going to let Noah go first.
Let him compose himself real quick. Okay.
Getting back to the show, I'm just going to say it's freaking Roman Reigns. He's back. He's on WrestleMania. There's no way in hell he's losing.
No way in hell. I agree. Jerry?
Like, Leukemia didn't beat Roman Reigns. McIntyre won't. You know, like, it's one of these things where McIntyre's one of my favorite wrestlers, has been since OVW, and he's going to have his time, but it's not going to be here at Mania.
If McIntyre wins, I'm going to be so shocked that I am willing to give up this point.
That's a good point.
I mean, seriously, like, if Roman Reigns actually put over Drew McIntyre, like, I would be shocked as fuck, and it'd be worth the point.
Especially after, like, being another one to dispatch The Undertaker.
Now, here's a match that should have been put on the pre-show, and, oh, fuck, how bad is that? But probably the one all of us are least looking forward to, Kurt Angle in his retirement match versus Baron Corbin.
The pencil went flying. At least,
first of all, does anybody think it's not going to be Baron Corbin?
No.
I'm hoping it's John Cena at the last minute, but something tells me it's going to be Baron Corbin. They've been building up to this since the feud backstage for the job. Like, the report, even back then, was that it was going to build up to a match between Baron Corbin and Kurt Angle at Mania. We just didn't know it was going to be Kurt Angle's last match.
Yeah. John Cena would be a better choice.
I think it's going to happen as is, and I think Angle is going to defeat Corbin and ride off into the sunset of Victor.
Angle.
Simple as that. What about, you say Angle? What about you, Noah?
All we've been hearing is Baron Corbin bitching. If he actually beats Kurt, we'll never hear the fucking end of it. But I guess that's how you would build cheap heat. Kurt Angle, he looks winded. I'm sorry. Whenever he
he looks terrible. But it is his last match. He could go all out. He could leave everything that he's got left in the ring. And it's probably still going to look bad, but I think he goes over.
I think it'll be Olympic Slam, ankle lock, and that'll be it.
Yeah. So
no, I sense Baron Corbin's going to attack him from behind before the bell freaking rings, and the bell's going to ring. Kurt's going to get some offense, and fuck it, I'm going bold because I'm over this so much, but he's still going to exist. I'm going to say Baron Corbin is going to win.
Nice!
Angle passes the torch because Angle is on a winning streak, and the crowd is going to hate it. Oh my God. So
exactly.
What are we talking about next?
Such good moments, you're going to generate a lot of bullshit too.
Let me skip on down to the match that I forgot about, and I can't believe I did because I love The Miz. The Miz versus Shane O'Mac, another blood feud here. Miz.
Yep.
Jerry says Miz. What do you say, Noah?
I got to go with Miz here. What the hell does Shane have to gain from this? Absolutely nothing. Miz.
I see Shane getting embarrassed, try to fire The Miz, but then they'll announce that The Miz has been moved over to Raw for the shake-up.
So let's talk about...
I can see Miz attempting to do it coast to coast.
Yeah.
Oh, Miz is going to do a lot of shit that you've never seen him do before, I think. He's been teasing that a lot on recent television.
He's going to go all out, and it's going to be awesome.
So, let's talk about the Universal Championship. Brock Lesnar defending against Seth Rollins. I almost said Roman Reigns. Imagine that. I really think it should be a triple threat match. And Roman Reigns should turn heel at Mania and cost Seth, like, break up the pin and then pin Seth, where Brock Lesnar doesn't get pinned and Roman Reigns can go heel.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be like a mirror from WrestleMania 31 where Seth, interjected himself, made it a triple threat, and pinned Roman. What about you, Noah? Who do you think's winning?
This is the first of our 3 triple main event, I like to call it. You're not going to get all 3 as happy moments. I guarantee you there will at least be one. But this match, as long as Vince keeps paying him, they keep going to Saudi fucking Arabia, and it's not Roman Reigns, Brock's not losing that piece of red shit. Brock
So you're going Lesnar. What was your
Yes,
pick for Miz versus Shane?
I went the Miz.
Miz? All right, so we're all in agreement there.
Yeah.
What about you, Jerry?
Oh, I'm going with Lesnar as well. If anything, it'll be a cool moment, kind of like with the RKO with Orton that one year, where like he'll go for the curb stomp and they get lifted up into the air, like pretty much like this, and just picked by
And then grabbed in the F5.
Grabbed an F5.
I was going into this predictions solidly behind Rollins. But you guys make a good point. Like,
Saudi Arabia and cool F5.
I don't even care about Saudi Arabia.
Definitely go for your moment. Be bold, I dare you.
I just think
I double dog dare you.
Roman's back, and chances are good we're going to see him take the title from Lesnar at SummerSlam if Lesnar keeps the title. But how long do you really... I mean, goddamn. Okay, there's several months between now and SummerSlam. And how many viewers are you going to lose with the Universal title absconded to Minnesota? I'm just saying, like, it's getting to the point to where they really are going to start losing. If Rollins doesn't bring the title back to the show, I feel like that they're going to lose record numbers of viewers on Raw over the next 3 to 4 months before SummerSlam. I'm based off of that. They gotta fucking pull it. They gotta do it. Rollins.
Wow.
I'm going Rollins. So
All right.
let's talk about the WWE Championship. We've got the new Daniel Bryan defending against Kofi Kingston, Kofi Mania. Do not know if Rowan's going to be out there. Do not know if New Day is going to be out there. I'm really hoping none of the crowd is there. I hope I don't want to see Harper show up. None of that. I hope it's Bryan versus Kingston, one-on-one, and then the match is decided in the ring.
Noah, your pick for this match.
Imagine a clean finish and how the crowd would react, and you eliminating all the possibilities. But again, look at the future. They're going to go back to Saudi Arabia. Daniel Bryan, he's not going to be willing to go again morally. They're not going back till June, though. They could change the title another spot. I do not see Kofi Mania becoming a thing because Kofi has only been the flavor of the month for 2 damn months. Daniel Bryan is retained.
Jerry?
With me, I was all aboard with Kofi for the longest time, but then people started making more about a race thing instead of the fact that it's been, 15 years that he's been in the company now, it seems like?
11.
11.
11.
And now it's like they're completely looking past his athleticism and the fact that he's actually earned this title match just for the fact that he's won a black champion. No. I'm sticking with Daniel Bryan for the win.
Well, I'm one of the marks. I think it has been so long. This argument has been going on for 20 years. And you had The Rock, but he's like a quarter black. And like half Samoan. So you've had Samoan champions, but...
Yeah, but you never had 100% black.
You never even really had a half % black.
If you want to go genetics
50%.
wise, you probably haven't had 100% white either.
Hey, Jerry, glasses off. Express yourself.
What are you talking about?
I'm the only white guy on the video, and I'm the one that's like, Kofi has to win this.
Hey, I'm mixed, okay?
Well, so is Jerry, but I'm
Together
the
we make
whitest
one
of the
black
white.
person, Noah.
I am the whitest of the whites sitting over here like, Kofi has got to win
No,
this.
he got to.
Okay, the beginning of the gauntlet match where Kofi started this whole thing, he beat Daniel Bryan. one-on-one. Neither one of them was winded. It was the very first fall in that gauntlet match.
Yeah.
He can do it.
Of course he can.
But they're not going to let him.
But he's not going to.
No, they fucking better. They fucking better. My point... my point is based off of that. Like, seriously, it is time. Just do it. I don't care if he's only champ for 2 days and then loses it on SmackDown Live. I don't give a fuck. Just fucking do it already. Just do it and put it in the record books and let it
up here.
and let it be. I can't believe that. I'm the only one calling for this, but whatever. All right, so we are down to the main event of the show. We actually know what the main event's going to be. I'm super pumped about this because it means the end of the women's revolution. Or the women's evolution. Because there's nowhere else left to go for a first. No more firsts. They've done them all. And you can say they haven't done a Queen of the Ring, but they have done a Mae Young Classic. Almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I think they'll probably still use the term, but there really is nowhere left to go. So I would say this is the plateau. This is where women are treated equally, and hopefully someday we get to the point to where they're paid equally. But for now, at least knowing that this actually, despite all of the overbooking, this actually set itself up to be the main event without question, just by Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey alone. So I'm glad for this for multiple reasons, and I'm so glad that Becky Lynch is going to go home from Mania with both championships, and the man will truly be the man at the end of WrestleMania. That is my pick, and I was actually going to let Noah or Jerry go first. I apologize.
Go ahead, Noah.
I mean, what else do you have to say? Becky Lynch, my favorite, the double champ. She deserves it. She made herself. She started from the bottom. Now she's at the top. The dream says she'll be one of the top 5. Rest in peace. That's the routes. There is no way in hell I am going against the man. This is the moment I'm waiting for. And this is the reason I'm solely going to be invested in WrestleMania. Becky Lynch wins.
Jerry, you going to go against the grain? He's taking a sip. I think he's going to go with Rousey.
If you say double R, I'm walking out this fucking room.
It is the end of the video. You're
Ronda
welcome to do that.
Rousey is going to beat Charlotte Flair and walk out of WrestleMania with both of the fucking titles.
Are you serious? Or are you just trying to get his...
I am dead serious.
Wow.
It is something I have been obsessing about for the past couple days. And the second they announced that there's going to be for both belts,
wow.
we have time. We're only like 35 minutes. We are doing great.
If we ended this now, we would probably get tons of views because it'd be under 35 minutes. Noah's still pacing back there, by the way. He cannot believe you just said that, but it's in the books. I'm not changing it.
All right. Can I explain my position real quick?
Please.
All right.
By all means.
Ronda Rousey shows up on Raw the next night with the 2 belts and vacates them. Why? Because she's fucking petty. She wants to take the title away from Charlotte Flair. She doesn't want Becky Lynch having the belt. And if she does this, they both have to start back over in order to get the belts. That starts the women's revolution. The Rowdy Ronda Rousey revolution. 4 R's. 4.
Gotta love that.
Shayna Baszler will show up. Wow. She'll congratulate Rousey on her victory. And she'll talk about her loss at NXT TakeOver, which will undoubtedly happen. And it'll be unfair too, because like Shayna Baszler says, no single woman can beat her at NXT. It'll take 3 of them to take that title off of her. So she shows up on Raw, makes her debut, tells Rousey she's going to carry on her lineage while Rousey goes off and does her family shit. Brings out Bianca Belair, sets a match for that night. Becky Lynch comes out with a kendo stick, all pissed off and wanting to know what's going to happen with the belts. Starts a whole other storyline. New women's revolution starts at WrestleMania with Rousey winning the belts and relinquishing them the next night.
Either you're amazingly brilliant and that was great, or this is why you are at the bottom of the predictions.
I can care less. I can care less, but that is just good television.
I'm just shocked that you picked Ronda Rousey.
I'm
shocked that you said her name out loud.
I was expecting a stroke.
I'm not even going to go Booker T. I can't believe you just fucking did that.
Well, he never dropped an F-bomb on television, but there you go.
It's one of the things I kept on talking to myself so much about the other day to the point where I got sick of myself talking about wrestling and couldn't do armbar radio last night. Is the fact that I'm like, I've made peace with this. As long as Rousey's going away, that's fine. And she's ultra petty enough that she would drop the belts just to do that.
So that is
Damn.
all 16 matches.
In less than an hour.
Support, no DQ.
Where can we find you, Noah?
I'm sorry, I'm still in shock.
He's still reeling.
Jerry,
Okay, it starts. I'm just a simple man.
And a lifelong fan
Of
of
wrestling.
wrestling.
You're right. Jerry, good luck. Ladies and gentlemen, happy WrestleMania week. I'm just a simple man and a lifelong fan of wrestling. So if you want to follow me and talk to me anything wrestling, you can look me up on Twitter, nodq.com/Noah. That takes you to my Twitter page. If you want to hear more about my stance on wrestling, cruiserweights especially, stay tuned to nodq.com where I do a weekly series called 205 Live Matters. I
Great
talk
program.
about everything cruiserweight wrestling. I also review every episode every week. Sometimes with guests, sometimes just me, it all depends. Check out our latest episode where me and Cindy went on a full rant mode of anger and depression about the 205 Live Cruiserweight title match being on the kickoff show. Special extended edition, just this week alone. It'll be back to normal next week. And keep following these guys. Keep following Aftermatch Wrestling. Follow the content here on NoDQ.com. They do a great job. They review NXT every week with What is NXT. They also give you a platform to be a part of the fun with NXT UK Tea Party. I can't wait to see you all review this week's episode. Should be a good stuff. Also, folks, it's not just about WrestleMania this week. It's also about the G1 Supercard. Stay tuned. NoDQ will upload a predictions video for the G1 Supercard that me, Cindy, and Chris Cass, hashtag Team NDQ, we all took part of, and we'll see who calls that right. But yeah, just stay tuned to WrestleMania. And last but not least, the Trivia Challenge. Team Cherry for Team Meacham.
Meacham for life. Too
I'm against
sweet.
the grain. I'm Team Cherry. Long live
No,
the
you're with the
organization.
grain.
Where's the
Most people
remote?
are cheering.
You put the remote too far away.
Yeah, well, I'm not like other people.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So
Also, I'll be doing predictions on my simple YouTube channel that you can find at youtube.com/users/Noah Fawcett 210 for Impact United We Stand. I'm going to enjoy that show. If nothing else, RVD, who also apparently has signed a deal with Impact. He's back to wrestling.
nice.
And also, I will be on YouTube live reacting during Impact United We Stand, NXT TakeOver New York, the G1 Supercard, and WrestleMania. So if you want to chat with me during that while I keep score for everybody in the NoDQ predictions league, but with that, as always, I close. Support your wrestling outlets, both big and small, and let's keep growing this wrestling community together. Simple as that.
So we will be doing a review for NXT UK or NXT Takeover New York. We're probably going to record that right after the show airs. We're hoping to get Jeff Meacham on. And I know we've said that before, but this actually looks good. So hopefully we'll have Jeff up on the big screen. And if you'd like to join us on the big screen and help us review a future episode of NXT UK, join us on the NXT party. Come have a spot of NXT with us. It's good tea.
Fast, folks. You don't know what you're missing out on.
Yeah, come become the newest member of NoDQ's NXTeam. We'll put you in the chat room and everything. So if you'd like to join us on the big screen, you can find me on Twitter. Go to nodq.com/Stefan. That's STEFAN. Or if you just want to look me up on Twitter, it's at Stefan R. Osborne, OSBORNE. As always, the R stands for restricted. Fuck bomb. You can find this gentleman on Twitter as well.
At NoDQ General, and also on my Facebook group Armbar, all capital, ARMBAR. Exclamation point. Come join up. We have administrators, moderators. We have a whole bunch of different discussions going on. It's becoming bigger and bigger.
Administrator.
Yeah, it's becoming bigger and bigger by the day, and it's really great that the word's being spread about it. And It's been a lot of fun so far. We also do segments of Armbar Radio, which we're anybody that's in the group. If you guys want to just go on Armbar Radio, go ahead. Just start talking. See what happens.
Just as a side note, you are not allowed to have Raw or SmackDown playing in the background when you do Armbar Radio or any radio on Facebook. Apparently WWE listens and they recognize their show and they're like, "Hey, you're not allowed to do that."
I'm vaguely certain they watch our show too.
Copyright strike.
Didn't know. So I ended up having to put the headphones from my TV to me instead of from me to the phone.
Oh.
And so it was just a lot of silence.
Me
watching the show.
One time,
Terrible.
One time, completely. I was just talking about random stuff. I had Sade playing in the background. Like you can't do that. You can't have Sade playing.
Can't have nothing playing.
No.
It's just you and your voice.
You don't own that
on
music.
Bar
You're not
Radio.
allowed to touch it.
So people look forward to that. Come watch the NXT party and What's NXT. We review NXT and NXT UK every week. And if you like our video, you should click the like button. That's underneath me. If you like all of our videos, you should click the subscribe button. That's over there underneath Jerry. There you go. There. No.
A little more to right.
No, that's where the share button is.
That's where share. Right here, share.
Share button's there.
Share's here.
Share this video with all of your friends that like wrestling. If they like, especially if they like predictions videos that aren't an hour and 15 minutes long.
And shenanigans.
This is going to stay under 45.
That's right.
So, come find us on Aftermatch Wrestling. That's all one word. AFTERMATCH. That is our YouTube channel. That's where all of our videos go about a half a day before you see them on No DQ's channel. Also, we have exclusive content. We do Rated R Reports after most of the shows that we do with guests. We may or may not do one after this one. It's going to be a late night. We've still got What's NXT to do. Still have to watch the show. So,
enjoy, gentlemen.
Oh, we're going to.
Yeah. So find us on Aftermatch Wrestling. Our goal is 100 subscribers. We are at 65. We lost a subscriber. We went from 66 to 65 overnight. But, oh well. It happens. Our goal is 100, and we will start doing What's NXT live. And that's so that you, our audience, can ask us questions, and we can answer them at the end of the video. So come find us on Aftermatch. Find us on Facebook or Twitter if you'd like to join us for a spot of NXT and review a future episode of NXT UK. And if you don't have Facebook and you don't have Twitter, leave a comment down below with an email address and we'll get you on the show. So for the simple man Noah Foster, for the General Jerry Slaughter, I am the Wizard of No DQ, Stefan Osborne, and thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Good luck, guys.
Have a good night, folks. Caitlin, Aaron, we're coming for your title.
Damn right.
No DQ NXT for life.
Bottom of the barrel.
Who gets the last word?
I'll have a Miss Participation Award ready for you, Jerry.
Ronda Rousey's going to win.
Still, this guy gets the last word because I edit the video.